Holloway fighting Mr. Topuria this Saturday. I know I got Holloway in the background. I'm spoilers. I think Topuria's gonna win. Spoilers, man. That's all you came for. That just is what it is. Now, did I say I want Topuria to win? I wouldn't mind it. I'm not gonna lie. I know Max is the fan favorite. I like Max, bro. I'm a fan of Max. But I mean, realistically, bro, if Max, what do we think happens if Max wins? Max wins, right? He goes out there, unanimous decisions, Topuria, right? Outboxes him, cool. Max is a dog. Who does he fight next? Probably Volk. Now, normally, would we want to see a fourth fight, especially between somebody who already lost 3 times? Sorry. Normally not. But the way Holloway's been progressing and advancing, I wouldn't mind it. Now, if Holloway loses, then it's like, okay, Volk's your champion. We're back at square one. If Holloway wins, then I guess he fights Lopez. It's just weird. Like, you know, like the division's kind of just weird after that. But also in the time it takes him to fight Volk, Lopez probably might fight Topuria. I just can't even see that happening. Just like with Izzy. I wanted Izzy to beat DDP. But if Izzy were to win again, who does he fight after that? Hamzat? Does he fight Whitaker? Well, the third, you know, probably, but I couldn't actually see it happening. And sometimes when I can't see something happening, when I can't see the story play out, I know. But sometimes if I can't see the story playing out, I tend to like kind of go the other way as far as my bets, and that hasn't really steered me wrong. Kind of happened with Usman. I flipped my vote on Usman and Edwards 3 the day before. I was like, wait a minute. This probably could seem like the end of Usman's reign. This makes sense. The night before, even though I had no reason to believe that Edwards could beat him. I mean, you can have reason to believe, but, you know, I didn't. I think Topuria, I mean, what would be nice is if Max were to win and then go to lightweight, because he beat the number 3 lightweight, but for some reason he's ranked number 9. That kind of stuff makes me agree with the Dana, like the matchmaking stuff. Like, come on, bro, number 9, really? But Hamzat beat a non-middleweight. Neither one of them are ranked. And he was on short notice. Usman. He beat him in a close split decision. I mean, not split decision, but a close unanimous decision. And he's number, what did they put him at, 7? A middleweight? What? He shouldn't have even been ranked. Anyway. But they had to do that way. No, they did not have to do that, actually. They don't have to do anything. They can still book fights even if, because he was going to fight Costa unranked. Anyway, point is, you've been asked if he would win, go up and fight for the lightweight belt. Win it. Now he's a 3-division champ at the same time. He can't, not 3-division, but he has 3 belts at the same time. Can you imagine? Who else is more deserving than that than Max? And who else could pull that off besides Max? That would be fire. But can you see that happening? No. Now, I think Max is obviously going to touch Topuria up. Topuria is a great boxer. He's defensively sound. Good fakes. He has a good combos. That body combo, that bop, 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 bop over the top. He's dangerous, man. It's good boxing, jabs, everything. However, I think Max, he disregards Max boxing. Max has good boxing too. Max is slick. He has better footwork. He said he has no. It was before it says Max has terrible head movement. Now, granted, when Max does the little flurry thing at the end, obviously he's not trying to be. He's just going wild. But during the entire fight, let's watch. This is YouTube free fight, by the way, so I'm not giving away anything. YouTube. Look at this. Oh, of course it's the eye poke right now. But anyway, I think he's gonna touch him up just like Volk was Volk was touching him up. He was busted. He didn't bust his nose, but he had his nose all red up. Body kicks, bop bop. Well, Volk was like jab jab jab, body kick, switch kick, bop bop. Like he was piecing him up. Max has the spinning kick. He's gonna his little. He's gonna be messing him up for the first round anyway. Maybe second round. He's gonna outbox him. Now the problem is if Topuria touches him, I don't think he's just gonna knock him out like he did Volk, because Max has a. Is it a back run? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's gonna be ready, man. It's a funny stance, but like the way his feet are so close like that. Oh man, that's gonna be a good fight. Plus, he has the size. I think he's, especially now that he beefed up for 55, he's gonna be bigger than Topuria. Topuria's fought at 55, but he's also shorter. I think Max is gonna be bigger. He's gonna have great boxing, great parries, great movement. He's gonna have the spinning back kick. Topuria's mostly just a boxer, but I think Holloway's gonna piece him up for about 2 rounds to 2 rounds and a half, and I think Topuria's either gonna, I think Topuria's probably gonna land like an overhand, and then Topuria's gonna start wrestling. I think if he's smart. How often does Holloway fight strong wrestlers? Not much, you know. Now, granted, Volk outstruck him, but I don't think Topuria. I think if Volk didn't just come off a knockout like 3 months before, I think Volk fights that fight very different. I think he's more sound. He doesn't exit with his chin up. I think his chin is a little stronger, and I think he goes forward a little bit more. I think that fight's a lot different. Not saying Topuria can't outstrike Max. This is just how I think it's gonna go because of Max's skills. And then so my opinion is Max touches him up 2 rounds, bop 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 bop, kind of the same as Volk. Topuria's trying to make his entrance, and Topuria might land a couple and might land some big ones in the second, but I think it's gonna be about the 3rd round when when Topuria maybe lands a hard overhand right, shoots in, or gets like a body lock, throws him, and starts wrestling, starts beating him up on the ground. And I could see this being a fight where Topuria wins 3, 4, and 5, Max wins 1 and 2. It's a 48-47. I can also see Max winning and it being like a 48-47 or 49-46, just straight boxing. Topuria just having one good round, maybe with some added wrestling in there or some clinch work against the cage. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, and come back here when I'm right, Topuria is going to submit Max Holloway. I don't know with what. I'm not quite sure with what. If it's a choke, Max is going to sleep, probably, unless it's like a bulldog choke or a neck crank. But I could see him I could see him like body locking him, taking the back, and then choking him out to sleep. We just haven't seen Topuria push to being a dog yet, you know. But I think he is. Like, I think Topuria is we've seen like the Bryce Mitchell fight, he had to pull it out a bit, you know. But we haven't seen nobody really bring him into the fire. He's kind of just been killing. I almost said something that's probably not. He's pretty much just been washing everybody he fights, even Volk. I think Max is going to force him to be a dog because Max is going to outbox him. There hasn't been anybody that can outbox him. And he's going to be like kind of like getting touched up and like, okay, I'm not going to get knocked out, but I got to make a change. Otherwise, I'm just going to lose my points. And I think that's going to make him be a dog and start just throwing and wrestling. And I think we're going to see his IQ come out. And, you know, I think we're just going to see the younger generation, even though they're probably like 2 years apart, 3 years apart, the younger generation prevail. And I think after this, Max probably, hopefully, just goes up to lightweight because there's really nothing entertaining for you to do at featherweight. I mean, obviously, any fight with Max is entertaining, but we don't really have nothing to keep looking forward to. The BMF is probably only going to be contested at 55 and 70 for the foreseeable future because everybody at 45 is fresh. 55, I mean, they still have Hooker, Gaethje, and Poirier. I mean, I'd like to see the Poirier trilogy just because I think Max is way better, and if he has a training camp, can do way better against Poirier. People like to say Poirier beat him up. I don't think so. I think that was a very competitive fight in their first fight, and I think Max probably beats him now, which is crazy that somebody could just outbox Poirier. But yeah, I think he could beat him now. I'd rather see that than honestly him versus Volk 4. And I'm not even a fan of people losing twice and then fighting again. But if anybody, Max and Poirier. So that could be one of Poirier's fights. I'd actually rather see that than Poirier and Gaethje 3. Not because the Poirier and Gaethje fights aren't good, but just because I don't want to see either one of them lose. Like, I want the trilogy to just be 1-1. That way, I don't want neither one of them to go under. But Holloway, I think he would beat Poirier. But I don't want Poirier to lose twice in a row because he's never lost twice in a row before. But they could do Poirier. I also don't want Poirier to go out losing either. I think it'll be, if it's a war or whatever. I'm being too picky. Like, I can't have everything. 2 more, but I don't want to lose his next one, and I don't want him to lose his last one. Him and Hooker could be fun, but also I like new fights. I'm not the biggest fan of rematches, man. I guess that makes me like make me not good for like being a boxing if I'm boxing. But I'm not a fan of just rematching. Like some maybe, yeah. Like Volkov and Gane, I want to see what's gonna happen now. Like when there's been time and people have gotten better. So Ruki and Islam, yes. But and obviously there's been time between Poirier and Hooker, but like there's no implications in it. You know, it's not like now it's for a belt or one of them grapples a lot now or nothing. It's the same fight, and a lot of times I just don't want to see either one of them lose. I would definitely be rooting for Poirier in that, but I also think Hooker is fun for the division. I want him to keep going since Poirier's about to retire. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of rematches, but I'd like to see that for Holloway. If not, Holloway could just fight somebody new. Holloway could fight Hooker. That could be cool. BMF 55, and then give him a title shot. He could fight Chandler. That could be fun. Fight Chandler in Nashville, and put Nate the Train on the card. Nate trains right outside of Nashville, and sign a contract and put Adrian Boumier Thomas, rise in featherweight, on the card as well. That could put a lot of good Nashville talent. That'd be a fire card. I do think UFC should go to Nashville next year again, and when they do it this year, put Chandler on it. They put Sandhagen on it twice. No, he fought in Saudi Arabia this year, or Abu Dhabi. When he fought Font and he was supposed to fight Umar, it was in Nashville, and I'm pretty sure this year, who fought in Nashville this year? I'm not even sure. Who fought? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. Who fought on the Nashville? Because I want to make sure I'm not just talking UFC Nashville 2024. UFC Nashville 2024. Who fought? Really, it's gonna make me look at the whole season, bro? Oh my gosh, come on. It's not letting me look at past events. Oh, here we go. It was... Oh, it's not... It was like... Duplessis, Adesanya, Cannonier. No, it was before all that. Sandhagen might have made up. It was in Nashville, right? No, it was in Abu Dhabi. I knew it was in Abu Dhabi. So who was in Nashville? Wow, they already have tickets for 2025 Nashville? Whatever, man. I don't know why it's not... Did they not fight in Nashville this year? I know they did. Bro, this is gonna piss me off. Anyway, I think they should do Chandler and Nashville next year. They should put him against... McGregor's not going to Nashville, but if he fights anybody, like if he fights McGregor in March or whatever, or June, come back to Nashville, put him against Holloway. I think that'd be fire. Did I just hit the mic? Yep, I sure did. Other than that, yeah, that's all I got for that. I'm not gonna ramble too much on that. Put your bets in. Topuria by finish, submission, 4th round or 5th round. Check out the odds. Get prize picks. You know what I'm saying? 3 quick picks. They're gonna match your bet. Whatever they be. I'm not really sponsored by them. I wish. I'm just practicing. I just want them to know I can do an ad read, like whenever they want to, like sponsor me. Like they can just, like go ahead, like I can do ad reads pretty good. That'd be fun. I know I'd like to do that. Prize picks would be cool. I'm not looking on prize picks right now. I mean, I am. It's definitely not DraftKings on my phone or anything like that. So who's the favorite? Oh, Ilia is the favorite. He wasn't before. Wow, everybody thinks he's gonna win now. Wow, maybe. Wait, really? I'm not looking at... Oh, it might be worth to put money on Holloway then. Hamzat's the favorite just because he's always the favorite. But we're going to go into that next. The next one is going to be Hamzat and Whitaker. So just be ready to click on the next one. It's coming right up.